in broad daylight. Just, what was it, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now, there was a new police chief, a young police chief in Rocky Point, which is an American resort area that a lot of our people go to, and they, right in a busy street, in the middle of an evening, they riddled his whole truck, him and his bodyguard, and surprisingly, the police chief lived. He's got like 6 bullet holes in him. But this is a message that they send. So do you want to be, Alex, the police chief after that guy? You know, and that's what they do. They intimidate anybody in a position of power. Well, they're not bringing this trash to America because we're going to fight back. We're not going to run from any of these threats or hide or change our positions, that we're going to stand up for the rule of law and stand up to secure our border and to stop what is truly an invasion.
But Washington is trying to paint you as the bad guys. And I'm telling you, if they end up killing you or somebody else, it's going to be the Alamo, and it's going to be Sheriff Babeu. It's going to be remember all these ranchers and people that have been killed. And God forbid that happens. But if you turn into the Colonel Travis of 2010, 2011, I mean, this is serious business, and it just shows how horrible things have gotten. Lastly, what do you think of Sheriff Richard Mack saying, not only should we take back our states, we should take back the sheriff's departments and get patriots in there that understand their true constitutional power?
Yeah, we need sheriffs who stand up for the rule of law, and Sheriff Mack's right that there's an oath. I was a sworn police officer before, and I've fought and defended America's liberties in the military. But as a sheriff, this is the top lawman of that county. And we have an obligation to not only protect our families, but to stand up and to be the representative of the people.
That's right. You're elected. You're not some penny ante city that's just incorporated. You are elected by the people. You represent the people, just like the legislature. And that was the original and only police power in this country. It's been usurped by the feds and their city minions that are engaged in treason in over 800 cities with these sanctuary cities where citizens are crap and the illegals are God because they're a tool to swell the welfare state. And it's just incredible. In closing, sir, and I'm going to let you go, tell us about what we'll learn at sheriffpaul.com.
You're going to see not only all the videos and the information and updates about what we're facing here in Arizona, but we go after and hold President Obama accountable. I go after every time I get a chance to throw a jab at him and to show him for what he is and what he's doing to our country and undermining not just the rule of law, but literally an assault upon police officers across America. You'll see all that there, and also find ways that people, if they wanted to contribute, they can do that as well.
Well, God bless you, my friend, and we are all going to be praying for you, Sheriff Babeu. Anything else we can do? I guess just support the defense against that federal treason lawsuit.
Yeah, and also get on the phone to your congressman and demand that they support Arizona.
Well, it's got to be heartening for you to see a bunch of other states lining up against the federal treason.
Yes, there'll be more to follow. And what's so shocking is the president, our own government, stands against us and sides with a foreign leader.
This is so cut and dry. Well, it is treason. All right, sir, be safe, everybody. He's going to pray for you. Go with God.
Thanks, Alex.
All right, via con Dios. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't live in Texas, if you don't live in Arizona, if you don't live in these areas, I mean, it is crazy. It is lawless. And I saw a story a month ago in the Houston Chronicle of a beautiful young Hispanic American girl. And she wanted to be a La Reconquista, and she went down to Mexico to be a coyote. And these men took her and raped her for days and killed her. And there are people attached to former city council members who are coyotes who finally went to prison, beating up illegal aliens and torturing them here in Austin. I mean, this system is just horrible for everybody. And let me tell you, they're going to start killing more cops, and the government's going to try to cover it up. They're not going to get away with it. We'll be right back. Stay with us. The United States always gets the blame for the enslavement of Latin America. But the very same corporate interests that have enslaved Latin America with this corporate colonialism, this stealth takeover, this corporate takeover, are the ones destroying the United States. And they've got huge La Raza Mecha ads on TV, huge family workshops with hundreds of thousands, and they're being taught La Reconquista, America's bad, the white people are racist and want to get you. This is the New World Order. They want a North American Union. The big corporations fund Mecha, La Raza, and others to play Hispanics off against other Americans. You know we're going into a depression. You know the states are going bankrupt. You know Schwarzenegger's cutting employees of the state down to minimum wage. I mean, we're going to be Mexico City. Kidnappings, death, destruction. But yeah, everybody will be riding around waving Mexican flags. Choose America. It's not perfect, but it's better. I don't care whether you're black, white, Hispanic. I don't care. Just be for the Bill of Rights and Constitution. Be for the Second Amendment. You don't want to live like this. You don't want to live in lawless tyranny. Most of the abuses against Hispanic Americans under this tyranny by these gangbangers and crooks and mafias. The globalists want a North American Union. They want a North American Union. They want this tyranny in place now. It's part of the SPP documents from the North American Union Summit, 2 different summits, but the main one is in Banff, Canada, 2007. And they said we're going to use border crises to get this through. We cover it in my film, Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. And so Americans are going to have to choose whether we let political correctness intimidate us to let this lawlessness happen and give us government health care, give us open borders, or you're a racist, or whether we're going to stand up and speak out. And I've seen the polls between 75 to over 90% of Hispanics who are Americans want to shut down the border. I mean, they understand. Guatemala's even poorer than Mexico. They arrest you and put you in jail sometimes for years and forced labor. Why can Mexico do that? I'm not saying forced labor people. I'm saying deport them. I mean, we cannot do this, ladies and gentlemen. The government is trying to invoke a race war, and Hollywood's trying to invoke it for division. This is globalism. Under the North American Union, you lose all your freedoms. You lose the Bill of Rights and Constitution that gives you some protection. I'm out of time. I want to just say great job to the crew, and I want to